Hello. Welcome. Welcome. Hello. Welcome to my desktop. Okay. If you read the title, you know what we're doing. So I prepared a special little video for us, right? And we're gonna kind of watch it. It's not anything special. It's just items and their descriptions with backdrops. We're gonna rate it in a little notepad I've got off screen here. And then if it's terrible, if we all agree, well, sort of agree via unhinged version of democracy, that the item sucks enough to rebalance it or remake it, we'll try to remake it, and I'm gonna take input from you guys because I like to hear what other people think. So that's what we're doing. Let's get some. Hold on. Let's get some other music real quick. Give me a second here. That's not what I typed. Let's do, yeah. And turn it way down. I want this very much in the background. Okay. All right. One get antlers reworked now. Okay. Let's play this funny little thing. So I'm also gonna read this so that everybody understands. Okay, I'm gonna make it very clear. Antler shield, 55% plus 5 per stack chance on being hit to whoa, hold on. To reflect 10% plus 10% per stack damage back to the attacker. Okay. Reflect, quote unquote. Refloat, quote unquote. Hello, welcome. Antlers when hit, 60% chance to gain movement speed and armor for 3.5 seconds. That's your recommendation. Well, before, what do we think in a tier list of, like, you know, normal? Where do we think this sits? It's a little bit too loud. There we go. Where are we thinking that this should be sitting at? Because I think, personally, the damage reflection idea is a good idea, but I think it should probably actually do that. So, I think, F, easy D tier, F tier. Ugh. People don't like this one, huh? This one ain't it. Anything that is chance when hit is super bad. F tier. That's fair. True, it is chance. Chance on being hit. Disgusting. Okay, let's put it in F. So we'll start with funny thing off thing here. Antler shield. F. And what was somebody said somebody had a rework idea already. I can actually scroll through chat to see. I think it was Mr. Skelly, bro, man. Where is he? Yeah, Skelly, bro. Oh, where was it? Here we go. Antlers when hit, 60% chance to gain movement speed and armor for 3.5 seconds. That's what Skelly, bro, suggests. How do we feel about that, boys? Here, and here's my take personally. I think it should actually reflect, like, the damage that you take. See, it says reflect, but you still take the damage. You just give, like, 10% of it back, which is gross. This should be higher, and it should actually reflect, not, you know, you still take the damage. It's not really reflection. You still took it. If it was reflection, it'd be like, you know, it just goes back. That's it. If it reflected 150%, maybe better. It's just 10% of your HP. Nothing to enemies. True, they have bad HP compared to the player. Bad HP. Nullify that damage instead. Needs more visual feedback. True. It kind of just shoots out like a little razor wire thing. Doing a pitiful 2 damage is not gonna do nothing. Okay, so here, okay, so Antler Shield, most people are saying they don't like how, like, the damage that comes back because it's next to nothing. So instead of 10%, how about we, what's a good number? How about we change it to Reflect? 10% damage back to the attack. How about, instead of 10%, how about 70? How does that sound? Antler Shield F, reflect 70% of damage. And I'm gonna like capitalize reflect so that I know to mention that. Just straight up reflects it, makes it 50% without being affected by luck. Like how tougher time stack. It should be reworked to be like Mocha, but armor instead of attack speed. Somebody else said that too. Skelly Bro said something about armor and something else. I'm trying to preserve the identity of the item, though, the best I can, unless it's absolutely unsavable, like bolstering backshots. Bolstering backshots is, like, miserable. That item is, like, actually needs just straight-up entire rework, but... 70% and then plus 10% per stack still. What if we gave current Antler Shield a proc coefficient? True, that'd make it better. As long as it still actually reflects the damage. Because that's still my least favorite part about this. This is the only thing that shares this term. We have a block and then, like, take less damage. But this is the only, like, reflect. But it doesn't reflect. You still take it, so... 70 makes sense. Should be able to go up over 100. True. I think I'm trying to not make it broken because it's still a wide item, and I like the idea. So I think I'm going to keep Antler Shield F, and then our change is reflect 70%, and then what is it? 55% per stack chance. I mean, 55% is high. I don't want to change that. It's slightly over half. So yeah, reflect is misleading. That's why I don't like that language that they used for that. It should say something else. I think we're good on this one. That's the input I'm willing to give. The line between this? Okay. Now we're gonna move on. Eventually. Okay, here we go. Every 5 enemies slain grants a damage counter bonus, increasing the player's damage by 10%, plus 5% per item stack, lasting as long as the player stays in combat. I think everybody kind of agrees that this item is good. Chronic Expansion is what this is called, by the way. I forgot to put the names in the clip. My bad. But most people agree that this is based item, right? Am I good? What are we thinking on rating this from you know, S to F? Yeah, most everybody agrees. Very fun. Good item. It has fantastic synergy. See, I love... Favorite part about Risk of Rain 2 coming in here is when an item expands, like, on other items, and maybe they didn't intentionally do it, but this with Forgive Me Please is hilarious. Forgive Me Please, Fire, Ignition Tank, this thing, hilarious. Actually amazing. Maybe A, solid B, A or B. Amazing with FMP, like I said. Low A, upper B. Kind of goes hard in Simulacrum. I think this might... Everybody's consensus is A or B. I think I'll side with you guys on this one. I'll side with you guys. Let's see. Chronic Expansion. Chronic. Oop. Chronic. Expansion. We're gonna get it. I'm gonna go with A. Chronic Expansion A, and then no rework, obviously, because it's based item. No issues. Very good. Okay, that was a fast one. Compared to how long we spent on Antler Shield, good. I don't want to do that. I should have made these clips longer in hindsight, but I just barely did this today, so. Okay. Prayer beads. Grows in power by absorbing experience, storing 20% plus 5% per item stack of player's stats. Per item, level up on removal, gain all stored stats. If that's how you say it. Oh, and then we skipped a little bit too far forward. There we go. What are we thinking about this? Just joined. What you guys said about antlers? F tier item needs to reflect 70 and actually reflect. Too strong? It's fine. This one is fine. Too strong? I don't think it's too strong. I think this item is based. There's another based item. Rare W incoming. I like this item a lot, actually. Prayer beads is interesting. I think this is the... Let me think. How many items in the game actually affect stats, right? We have the pearl, and then we have clover, right? Because that's just luck. That's just a straight up stat. Am I missing anything besides this? C tier, B tier. Prayer bead, C or B. A solid C tier. Also flying. It should probably just always give you the stats as long as you're in your inventory. Removes abuse with printers and makes it more useful when you get it. Oh, I know what you... Yeah, I see what you mean. Where it's like, you do have to remove it to actually get the benefit from it. What if... Okay. Theoretical here is something I've, like, tried to understand with this item, because it's a bit confusing. If I hit level cap, like I did last video, right? Level 94. And I've had it, like, you know, since maybe, like, stage 2 or 3. I've got whatever, like, large stack of stats, okay? Big. If I delete it, right? I throw it in a scrapper. Am I going to get all of that? Or am I just going to get 15% of that? Like, I had 98, for example. Am I getting 98 buff to stats? Or am I getting only 15% of it? Because this says it's like... By storing 20% per stack, item on removal gains stored stats. Which, unfortunately, the description doesn't actually show us. So thank you, Logbook, for not showing us that, unfortunately. And why will you not go away? Stats gained with levels. Not by leveling. Lost printing it is crazy. Increases health and base damage, not levels. Prayer beads may not be a bad idea, but God, is it boring? True, you do have to get rid of it. I think, okay. So, hold on. Everybody give their ratings again. It was like, most people said, what was it? B to C or something like that? Let me hear it again. Let me see it again. Well, yeah, see it again. Not hear it again. Let me get a rating on this again. One last time. Then we'll go down. Let me add it here. Rare beads. C tier, B tier, A tier. C again. 2 for C. B plus. I'm gonna mark you down as B. 15% is weird. A. I think C got the most votes. No, now we have A. A got the most votes, actually. Okay, skewed democracy. I'm gonna take A. I'm gonna say A. But, we add this on. We add this on right here. We add, just give the stats. Oops. Hate this keyboard, it's too small. Are we alright with that? So, Prayer Bead says, A tier, just give the stats. Are we based on that? Or anybody else has anything to add? Anything at all to add? No. I'll throw it in there. If Chronic is A, so are beads. 1 high, 2. How am I doing this? This is like a video that I've pre-created and we're just watching it. It says the things and I put everything on the notepad. Yes, you're not meant to see the notepad. I can't spell, so sorry. This is just for me. I'm going to edit this into like a cohesive video. Okay. Like, this will probably be most of what you see. This actual video. Yeah, just give the stats. You're just kind of lame. in its benefits. Sometimes, I'll be real, I have gotten rid of it, and I haven't really, like, noticed the stats. Like, all that much. But I think... Am I going to see what you're typing? No. Like I said, soft screen. I can't spell. Okay. I think we're good on this. Let's move on. Beads, we're done. My favorite item. My favorite item. Let me go back a little bit. Where are you? Right here. There we go. When a large monster is killed, it will always drop an item. All elites have a 15% chance of dropping an item, plus 5% per stack. Go back a little bit. We're not ready for that one. What do we think about Cenarius, boys? I think it's pretty good. I think this is safe. S tier. Do you pronounce it right? Cenarius. Scenaris. Sunaris. Sudanese. Holy, Nightbot is getting it in. My bad. S tier. Broken. Buffets. S tier. Oh lord, we love the magic conch. Yeah. Okay. Let me put this down. Funny conch. I'm gonna call it funny conch. Or funny shell. Funny shell. We're just gonna do S and move on. Okay. Next item. Next item incoming. This one's gonna be a tough one. Noxious Thorn. 25% chance on being hit to inflict nearby enemies with 2 plus 1 per stack. Stacks of bleed. If... Whoa. Hold on. I should have made these a lot longer. Enemies are already inflicted with... Or sorry. If enemies are already inflicted with 1 or more stackable debuffs, add 1 plus 1 per stack to those debuffs instead. You can kind of see it there. Debuffs instead. What do we think about this? What's the general... Excuse me. Consensus? Oh my god. Not good. C. Like B tier. D tier. I'm seeing a lot of C and D. Scrap tier, actually. Okay, hold on. We'll go with I'm gonna go with the lowest on this one. I'm gonna go, let's see. Noxious Thorn. I'm just gonna call it N Thorn. What was it again? D? Okay. Now, I've thought about this one, so I want to propose a buff or a change to this one, okay? This is what I propose, and it'd go really good with Shatterspleen. Okay, so instead, it's 25% chance on hit, like on hit, so it's a proc item, not being hit, okay? To inflict nearby enemies with the same thing, 2 stacks per bleed. If enemies are already inflicted with 1 or more stacks or debuff, add 1 per stack, you know, blah, 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 rest of the item. We just change it on being hit to on hitting something. So it becomes a proc item instead. That way it'd kind of be based with Shatterspleen. Because Shatterspleen's thing is like, you know, you just shoot, apply bleed. When they get enough bleed, they explode. So this would be like the green pocket ICBM to the Shatterspleen. What do we think about that? Good buff, yay or nay? What if it applied Blight on hit? Ooh, hold on. Somebody is cooking. Somebody is chefing in the kitchen. Now, some people would argue that Blight, probably not a good idea to do that one. But I kind of like that. I will be real. I think that's kind of cool. Because nothing else does that. Acrid's like the only thing that applies Blight. And with this, you could get Blight stacks a lot higher. Especially if it was an on hit, right? Instead of on being hit. Blight would be more balanced. Amazing idea. Okay, everybody likes that. Skelly Bro, out here with the good changes. Okay. But put Skelly Bro on the team. Put him on the dev team right now. Alright, let me write that down. Hold up. Apply Blight on hit instead of on Being hit. Okay, based. And then, yeah, we rated that D. Okay. Align. Based. Next. What is this called again? Growth Nectar. There we go. Okay, sorry. I had to, like... Literally forgot what it was called. Okay, Growth Nectar, while benefiting from 5+ unique buffs, gain 20% plus 20% per stack. Bonus stats on go back. I wasn't done with that. Bonus stats for 5 seconds. What do we think about this? Yay or nay? S tier, F tier, negative tier, whatever you want to say. What do we think about it? I like the idea, personally. I just think it shouldn't be 5, it should be 4, just like Reverse Deathmark, but... That's all I'm saying. Just make it count more things. Ruckler, Slug, Bands, Spaces, EX. True, there are a lot of positive debuffs, just some... Or debuffs. Buffs, they just don't really, like... apply to it for some reason. Growth Nectar is 2 pearls. Based rating system. Less than the amount of debuffs required. Yeah, I said that. Probably to 4. And then most people say C or B. And trend. The bodybuilders will love this one. Z tier. Fantastic. If it wasn't buggy and didn't restrict random stuff from being counted as buffs, it'd be good. Yeah. I see what you mean, because, like, what is it? Bands don't count or whatever when bands are charged, which is kind of weird. Because, I mean, that's a buff. Come on. It pops up in the bottom left. Excuse me. Yeah, it doesn't count bands. Kind of mid B tier. Okay. I think the general consensus is it should either count less or... what was it? Count less or do the... include the other buffs. Some aren't included for some reason. Is that the general consensus? And then give me a rating real quick, one more time. Let me see another rating. Then we'll get this down. Do bans actually not count? I heard it. Okay. Risk of Rain fact checkers. Fact check that right now. Fact check that right now. Hold on, actually, let me see what the wiki says too. Give me just a second. Wiki. The wiki might not be entirely accurate. Sometimes wikis are a little bit messed up, but I want to see if it says bans are discounted or gives us any other information at all besides of what we know. Where are you at? Growth Nectar. There you are. While benefiting from 5 unique buffs, gain 20% per stack, bonus stats for 5 seconds. It doesn't say anything. Plus elite buffs count towards the activation of Growth Nectar. This item effectively acts as 2 Radiant Pearls per stack while it's active. Not much more is gained. Wake of Vultures, another item, pairs well. 1 looping. Abundance of elite monsters. Some buffs are guaranteed to be active. I don't see any banned symbol. Banned symbol? Hello, banned symbol? No banned symbol on the wiki. Not even... Oh, here we go. Elemental Rings ready. Show items and abilities that give the player buffs to show that they are ready to tend to be removed when the player engages. Okay. Yeah. And then these don't work. Elemental Ring, Singularity Band, Shuriken, Whip Boost. Whip Boost doesn't work? Holy skamaz. Cloak and Cloak Speed. God! Okay. Alright. Fate decided. Executive ruling incoming. Dog shit item, unfortunately. Let's do this. Have an idea. Notepad, you want to work? Question mark? Thank you. Okay, let's see. Growth. Nectar. And then, sorry, hold on. Let me scroll up. Let's see. B, C, A, B, B, C. Most people say B or C. I like the idea. So I'm going to say B, because I think it's a neat idea. Nothing else really does something like that. So let's say B, and then let's go... count all positives. Let's say that. Count all positives. Okay. Bans and everything included. If it appears in the bottom left, and it's a whatever to whatever, it should count it. Especially it's actually absurd that whip boost and cloak doesn't count. Waiter, another useless Old War stealth kit, please. Like, come on. Okay. Moving on. Where'd that go? There it is. And then let me change the song real quick because we listened to Yanni no Mori like 4 times. Let's do... How about we do this one? Okay. I think the wiki was just talking about the buffs, not actually saying which ones counted or not. In the very bottom, it was telling me which ones, like, don't count. And bans was amongst it, so was, like, the whip and all the things. It's in, like, the description at the bottom. And I tend to believe that that's correct. Because I've never... When I've picked this item up, like, once or twice that I have, I've never seen it, like, actually work when I have 5 buffs. So, moving on, we're done with this. We're done with this. B, count all positives is what we said for that. It's me. Oop. It's not what I wanted. Don't do that again. Here we go. Okay. Next item. Oh boy, here we go. I'm gonna have to pause for this one. Warped Echo. That's right. On damage taken, 50% of the damage is dealt immediately, while the other 50% is delayed for 3 seconds. This effect has a cooldown of 10 seconds. Every additional item increases how many instances of this effect the player has. What do we think about this? What's the idea, boys? Let me get a rating, and then let me get kind of what you think about the item. Rating first, item thoughts. Good or useless? B and F. Less cooldown. 10 seconds is... well, I mean, this is a white item. If it was green, I would say less time. I'm okay with 10 seconds. That doesn't bother me. I think that's perfectly fine. Can you show your wallpaper? It's just the DLC trailer background of, like, Providence and Mythwix arguing. That's what it is. Low B. D on non-loop and C on loop. Die slightly later. Real. He's real. He knows. Okay. Most people are saying, yeah, low B, C. Actually, this one's kind of divisive. We got B, we got F, we got C, C, D, F again, C again. Scrap fodder C. Okay. I think I've seen C the most, so let's see. Let's put Warped Echo C. And then personally, here's my suggestion, and then I'll listen to what you guys have to say. And keep the 10 seconds, but make it so since what is it? Medkit's like 5 seconds, right? So make it so I don't know if it works this way personally, but if it works with medkit, right? Like it delays long enough for medkit to heal you, and then you get the damage tick again, and it can and like it can save your life via that synergy. Based item, based white item. If it can do that, or if they could make it do that, I think that'd be good. Because there's certain things in the game, like overloading Stone Golem, for example, that'll 2-tap you because of the way it works. And this could stop that from happening. So it'd be good for staying alive for like really dangerous overloading enemies. That's what I think. I think there's a bug where it keeps you out of combat, so your shield still recharges. Okay, based. That's a bug, though. It needs a definitive benefit beyond its normal effect, because as it stands, it's really hard to gauge how helpful it is. That's fair to say. Second half applies with armor, maybe? Medkit is 2 seconds. Okay, I thought it was 5. Okay. I think what I'm going to say here for this one, I'm going to say make sure it works with medkit, or make sure it doesn't cancel medkit. Sure it don't cancel medkit / Give small... How about give small armor? Would that be okay? What would... Let's say, like, give 5% armor. Or is that too little? What do we think? Remember, it's a white item. We don't want to make it, like, insane. Can't make it busted. Holy, why am I dying? The second part of damage should damage all enemies in a 10-meter radius. Yeah, but then we've just made it another take damage item. It kind of already is that, but then we make it even worse because there's like too many of those already. In my humble opinion, I don't like the take damage item thing. I think razor wire was enough to be perfectly honest. Maybe if it gave 1.5 HP per stack between the first, second hit. 5% is crazy. Sure, maybe like... Well, I mean, it's hard to say what I mean kind of like by 5%. The type of armor I mean isn't like the... It's not like overshield, not the yellow overshield. 5% no, plus 10 armor, not percent. Okay, that's fair. I agree with that. Let's say plus 10 armor, where is it? Plus 10 armor in between. In between. I think we're okay with that. That seems relatively based. Make extra stacks reduce cooldown by like a second. No, I don't like that though, because it's a white item. If it does that, it's gonna get actually ridiculous. Think about it. How many times you could split damage by just like, let's say each one of these, right, reduces the cooldown by a single second. Okay, you pick up 5, so that's 5 seconds for the cooldown. That might be a bit too much. And remember, it's a white item, so we want to keep it like, I don't think the cooldown is fine. It's the way that it like interacts and stuff like that. Is like kind of my personal issue. Okay, moving on from this one. We spent a lot of time on this one. Moving on. Next, what do we got? Roll it to us, RNG gods. Don't mind how this looks because somebody thought the logbook was very funny to make it pitch black against a pitch black backdrop. Okay, but this is war bonds, for those of you that don't know. War bonds. Yield 75 gold plus 25 gold per item stack based on current difficulty level and the survivor's level at the start of every stage. What do we think about this? I'm gonna ask it a lot. What do we think about this? Give me a rating and give me a an opinion. I love to hear opinions. Personally, F. I think this is a bad item. Yeah, I say that right as I see the F's popping up. Here we go. Yeah. Mid as hell legendary. Having a mid off with the white items in the game. Like, it's bad. Not a very good item. He makes it scale the same way Gore's Tome does. Okay, I see. F, just make it a green item. Oh, okay. At the very bottom. Real. First Tome is better than its green item. How about this? I thought about this, and it gives a tie-in and synergy with Long-Standing Solitude, another really bad item, okay? What if, right, instead of granting you money at the start of every stage, dependent on how many stages you're on, for example, like if you're on stage 5, okay? When you spawn in, you get 5 free coupons. How does that sound? From Long-Standing Solitude, it gives like the same thing. So it's kind of like a synergy item with long-standing in that regard. So you get 5 free items on, you know, your thing. Then that would make it a red for sure. Because that's personally what I think. And then you could also, you know, once again, combine it with Long-Standing Solitude. It takes away your money, but it doesn't matter because, you know, you're killing, getting gold, getting more coupons. So more coupons, basically. Most people, hold on, I'm going to... Well, I see what people are saying. I'm going to say, hold up, war bonds. F. Wait, hold on. F. There we go. I think one free chest open per one stack. I don't know. I don't know about that. That might be a little too little. It needs to do something. If it's going to be a buy item, right? Like it works with any type of purchase. Okay. It needs to be like good, because it's the only red item that's like a big like purchase item. You know, it's related all to getting things and helping you get more things. That, you know, what the video game is about. So it's got to do something drastic. Every 100 gold increases base damage by... Ooh, okay, wait. See, we don't have a golden gun in this game. One of my favorite items from Risk of Rain Returns in 1 is golden gun. We don't have it in this game, unfortunately. This could be that. And if you don't like the coupons thing that I suggested, right? Instead, it's just damage based on, like, more gold held. Just like, it's basically golden gun from the first game. What do we think about that? Here's what I'll say. Okay. 1, if you like my idea. 2, if you like, who said that? Who said it? Azure Brown. 2, if you like Azure Brown's idea. Or 1, if you like my idea. Either 5 coupons, or not 5 coupons. Either, you know, coupons given based on stage, or damage based on gold, basically. 1 or 2. 2 is Azure, 1 is me. Two, 1, 2, 2. 2, count of 2, count of 2. Okay, everybody says 2. That was, yeah, Azure Brown's correct. Okay, so, hold on. What exactly was it? It was like 100 damage. Damage amount of gold. You said a number at one point, I thought. Yeah, here we go. Every 100 gold, increase base damage by 5%. Okay, let's see. Every 100 gold, increase DPS by, what was it? 5%. 5%. Okay. That is War Bonds. We are finished with War Bonds, boys. What's said has been said. What about gold granting barriers? Similar to, we have enough barrier items, I feel like. And some of them really suck already, like Aegis. You'd also make it so that it increases speed based on gold. So you can finally have speed in a benthic. True. True. I feel like that's the literal only downside to benthic, though, so I don't want to take that away. Being able to move, like, imagine, okay, let's say it gives you like 5% speed per like 100 gold. Let's say you loop even a single time, you're literally a nuclear missile flying through the air all the time. That's like way too fast. Yeah, I like the gold damage scaling. Personally, I'm biased because I like Golden Gun from Risk of Rain 1 and Returns. It's one of my favorite items that they've never brought to this game for some reason. Okay. Moving on. We are done with War Bonds. It's over. What do we got? What's it gonna give us? Aha! Let me pause this because I know this one's a short one. Unstable transmitter. When reaching... Okay, DLC item video, can you go away? You're killing me. I wish I could make that go away. When reaching below 25% health, the survivor explodes, which I didn't actually know, dealing 350% plus 350% damage per item stack. Damage to nearby enemies, teleporting to a random location. This effect has a cooldown of 2 minutes. Oh, I didn't know that either. Minus 5% per item stack. What do we think about this? I'm seeing a lot of Fs already before I even finish explaining it. Lot of Fs. Lot of Fs. Heals you in Vield's element. True, it does. It does. You're right. C synergizes with Stealth Kit, I guess. You are being very generous, my friend. Okay. Most people F do none of these items. Okay, some of them are good. Some of them are good. Like, I'll debate with you on Runic Lens. I like Runic Lens. Super F does more harm than good. Okay, most people say... everybody's saying, like, pretty much F to D to C, so... And it's mostly F. So I'm gonna say F. I'm gonna say unstable. Unstable... Transmitter... Oh. Unstable transmitter. F. And then let's see if we can't think of something. Okay. How would we change this? How do we change this? Genuinely, because I don't really have like a great idea. I like the explodes dealing 350%, but the cooldown of 2 minutes is actually vile. Like that is horrific level bad. I think this might be one of the longest cooldowns in the whole game. 2 minutes is nuts. Like very bad. Give a few seconds of invincibility on teleport. Okay, how long though? I like that, but how long though? Give me a good number, Mr. Abra escaped. Full rework IMO. What if it teleported other enemies away instead of you? I kind of like that too, but that'd be so unbelievably hard to pull off in the code, I feel like. Just think about that. Having to teleport everything away from you. Usually the game only likes to teleport you. Dollar store Genesis loot. 5? You're not the person who said that. Few seconds of invincibility on teleport. 5. 25 seconds. Make it do like 800% instead of 350 with 4 seconds of invulnerability. Okay, based. 800% is much better than 350. I don't even know if like that would like really kill anything. Unless you had good like crowbar stack or something. And you would be purposely taking the damage to have that happen anyway. I think here's what I think here's what we're gonna do. This is the general consensus of what I'm understanding. People don't like the random teleportation, so instead we'll take away the teleport, right? Unstable transmitter. And what I'm gonna say is let's say make you incorporeal. Thank God, notepad's not on screen. Let's see. Make you incorporeal for, let's say, 5 seconds. Let's see. And change the explosion to 800%, was it? Yeah. And explode for 800%. Okay. Does that sound okay? I feel like that's pretty good. Unstable transmitter, make you incorporeal for 5 seconds, and explode for 800% damage. Do we think that's pretty good? Type of damage. Damage. We separate that. How do we feel about that? I feel like that's perfect. I like that idea. Saves you in a pinch. Doesn't teleport you to a random ass location. Does more damage, so it's like, you know, maybe it can actually kill the elite normal Lemurian. What do we think about that? That's just stealth kit? That's just better stealth kit, though? True. How about this then? You can choose where to teleport. Like, you get hit, and then you go kind of, it kind of holds you in place for a second. You go invisible. So you're like, that's your invulnerability. And then you choose where to teleport, right? It's wherever you're looking. Like a beam, what is it called? The vase, eccentric vase, right? What if it did that? And it made a very temporary one, like you do it one time. Then that would warrant a cooldown of like 2 minutes. You can go through enemies. See, that's kind of like what I meant by incorporeal. When I say incorporeal, I don't mean like just invisible. I mean like certain things can't block you. You can run, get out of there. That would make it based. I feel like that would be base. Yeah, like base. That's what I mean. 15% cooldown each stack and 350% base damage per explosion stack. Teleports you to the teleporter. Lol. Either make it an equipment or make it Void Stealth Kit. What would you consider Void Stealth Kit to be? Because Void Stealth Kit is like, take damage that almost kills you. Just be invisible for like, how long is it? Like 5 seconds or something like that? I don't even know. Useless. I don't even pick it up. How'd that work in multiplayer though? Make the explosion knock enemies away too. Should teleport you, give you iframes, and breaks giving you a random item, so it's unstable. Okay, there we go. Yeah, this DLC doesn't have any one-use items, actually. You've actually just, like, hit me with a brick. That actually just... Big, okay. No. I like Hot Chocolate's idea. Hot Chocolate gets the win on this one, I'm gonna be so real. I'm pretty sure this, like, DLC has, like, no one-use items. So let's change it to that. I really think that's pretty good. Good change. Let's see. Teleport you. Teleport the player. What was it? Teleport the player. Give iframes. Let's say, like, give 5-second iframe. I think 5 is, like, good enough. If you somehow don't get away from something in 5 seconds, cope. Give the player 5 seconds. Iframe. Giving you a random item. So okay. I'm gonna take away the giving you a random item though. I'm gonna say breaks. In what's here? Breaks. No, breaks like elixir watch. That's what I was thinking. So that's what I put down. I don't want it to give you an item. But the actual, like, just gives you iframes, teleports you, and then breaks, based fixed. I think we're all... Is everybody okay with that? Wait, would it break before watch? Sure, because it's a green. It holds higher rarity. Sure, why not? I'm gonna say it breaks before watch. Or breaks... before others. There we go. I feel like that's perfect. So here's what I wrote. Unstable transmitter. Unstable transmitter. F. Teleport the player. Give 5 seconds iframe. Breaks before others. That's what I have written down here. Everybody okay with that? Pretty alright with that? Sounds good. Because I think that sounds based. Much better than what it is now. To make it even more unstable, it should have a chance to randomly spawn an enemy, like an imp or something. That's a pretty cool idea as well. I kind of like that as well, because it is... I mean, look at this thing. Very, very impish themed. Very, very impish themed. As long as it explodes for more damage, I'm fine. Because 350% is pitiful. Sure, let me add that on, actually. I forgot it did that. I was like, I've been looking away. Breaks for others. Explodes for, and I'm going to go with the original proposed, 800%. There we go. So now here's what we have written about Unstable Transmitter. Teleport the player, give 5 seconds, iframes, breaks before others, explodes for 800% damage. Are we okay with that? Does that sound good? I feel like that's perfect. A very good, preserves the identity of the item, but doesn't make it, like, I don't know, throw me into a random nuclear bomb that's been waiting on the ground for like 3 minutes for me to teleport there. That way I don't instantly lose a run because I took a big bit of damage. Okay, I'm not seeing a lot of, like, nah, that sucks, Limelight. You're like, man. Okay. Moving on. Has a chance to spawn an elite? Maybe. I don't know. Maybe if it was like... I feel like if it's going to spawn something, it's got to be like a white item. And a one-use consumable. Because then it's... Yeah. I like it. Thrown in a Falton laser after getting away. Yeah, that's why I don't like it. Okay, moving on. I'm seeing thumbs up. Moving on. We spent a lot of time on this one. And I think we got it in a good spot. Moving on. Oh, okay. This is knockback fin, for those of you that don't know. And then can this, like, go away? You can just put my mouse up here for a second. Nice. It's crossed out, but 7.5% plus 7.5 per stack. Chance on hit to knock enemies into the air. Height increases per stack. I love how you don't give me an actual, like, number of how much the actual height increases. Just height increases based. Anyways, what do we think about this? Hot garbage, in my opinion, but I'd like to hear the cope. So, if anybody's got like an S tier opinion, I want to hear it. Let me hear this. F, useless. DD. Scrap actually makes it knock back, not knock up. Make it actually knock back into the air, increasing distance. More slop in the common item pool. Do the enemies take fall damage? Yes, they do. They absolutely do. Okay. General consensus, it looks like, is like F or D. Honestly, I really don't like this item. Here's what I think, okay? Here's my proposed fix for this thing. Here's what I think, okay? Make it... Like, physics damage in this game is not bad, right? You can throw, like, a Celestine Elite Wisp into the wall with Multi's Rebar Puncher, and it's going to kill it. It'll just straight insta-kill it, okay? So this could give that effect to all the players and make it less situational. But make it, instead of height, distance being the key word. That way, if I'm facing a target, right? I'm facing a Wisp, and there's a wall behind him. When I shoot him, he doesn't go flying up in the air for some damn reason. No, he goes flying back, and he takes 7 billion damage from physics. What do we think about that? Because I think that's the best way to change that thing. I'm going to write it down real quick while people debate. Knockback fin. F. Allow attacks to penetrate and lowers speed. Okay, what do you mean allows attacks to... Oh, you mean like the player attacks. Okay. Mainly a funny item. Make them knock them further. Make it cause increased damage to airborne enemies. Enemies take more fall damage. Make it deal 250 more damage to enemies in the air. And keep the knockback on it. Hell yeah, better now at least. Yeah, more throwing shit around. Because, like, I get the idea, right, of, up in the air. But most enemies that, like, fall off a thing, if you've noticed, like, a Lemurian jumps off the map or something, and it lands on the ground. It usually doesn't take as much health as it really actually has. It just takes, a little chunk. And nothing's really that high in the air for it to do that. So... That's why I'm saying, you know, physics damage, backwards, though, like, propelled by the player, is super high. So if it just makes... If it does that, like, chance on hit to just throw them pretty hard into walls, that would be very good. Like, this would, unironically, I would pick that up and make a video on it. Debuff, make it apply anti-gravity. It would make enemies float in the air. That might just get annoying, though. I like the idea. It's a good idea, but at the same time, it would make enemies really annoying to fight. Because enemies don't even... I mean, before the expansion, they weren't really meant to jump normally. They don't often do it. Make it add a spike that comes out of the ground for 100% damage. If it knocks up enemies into the air, they get pushed away. This does something against grounded enemies on Mythics. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna go with my idea on this. Because I feel like it's the simplest to fix. Like, personally. I don't know how to make a game, unfortunately. But I feel like just changing the, you know, the thing from X to Y or whatever in the code is much easier than, like, adding a whole, like, different subset. So I'm just gonna say, instead... of up. Knock them back. Give massive. Where is it? Physics. DPS. That way it's still like a wide item. And I don't want to change the chance because it's, you know, once again, it's a wide item. I want to preserve the identity of it. But I don't want to, like, destroy it. I don't want to make it into something it's not meant to be. This doing actual knockback will let survivors, other than Merc, boop Vagrants and AU. True, it would. Indeed, it would. And I'm not saying, like, here's the thing. It would be nice if they specified how much of a boop it is via number, but they don't here. It just says height increases per stack. Okay, based. How much? Can you tell me how much? I don't want it to, like, I don't want a single one of these to literally throw like how Merc throws the ally worship unit. I don't want that. I just want, like, a good little nudge. And then increasing it, you get a little bit bigger of a nudge. Another one, a little bit bigger of a nudge. Another one, a little bit bigger of a nudge. And it's a chance still, so it's not like I will now throw this ally worship unit out of the map guaranteed. Like, I'm going to have to sit and shoot it until my 7.5% chance procs. So probably scrap it if it's just knockback. I feel like it'd start interfering. Or I'd start interfering. Yeah, at least it's better. Hit by 7%. Okay. Alright, I think we're good on this one. We're going to move on. So here's what I have written down. Knockback Fin F. Instead of up, knock them back, give them massive physics DPS, which will just happen anyway. It doesn't have to give that. It just will happen anyway if you knock them back hard enough. Because the physics in the game. Okay, moving on. Next item. Gotcha item. What is it? Aha! Luminous Shot. I really like the idea of this one, but unfortunately it's just kind of Luminous Shot. Using the secondary skill, charges the next primary attack, dealing 150% damage plus 25% per item stack. Per charge, up to 5 times. Plus 1 per item stack. What do we think about this? Personally, I think this is a D level item. For me personally, D level item. I wish it wasn't so, but C, F, high C, C. C, heavily dependent on the survivor, C. Okay, most people say C, so we're gonna go with C. Let's see. Luminous Shot. C. Now, how do we think about going about rebalancing this? What are we thinking? Make it 150% total damage. Oh, total damage instead of percent. I see. I don't mind keeping the percent. Oh, let me like investigate. Secondary skill charges the next primary attack dealing. Plus 25 per item stack. So that's the amount it gives per. Wow, really? Only 25 per stacking the item? That's tough. Per charge up to 5 times. So what does it mean per charge up to 5 times? I'm a bit confused. Like, does it mean the amount of times, like, damage it does? Like, let's say, what do you want to call it? I'm like Chef or something, and I've got the flamethrower. Okay, I use it like 3 times. Okay, so does that mean it's gonna do like 3 little lightning strikes or whatever it does? Because I know it like shocks them or whatever to do the extra damage. A survivor with a strong primary and a secondary with a low cooldown can make it work. Okay. I think it means 150% times 5. Okay, yeah. If you use your secondary 5 times, what about adding 450% damage to the primary on activating equipment? Okay. Activating equipment, huh? What if... Here's my idea, right? What if instead we reverse the roles Instead of this being a secondary, make it primary. And then charges your secondary attack. So, right, for example, if you're commando, and you're sitting there shooting, you get charges while you shoot, and then you unleash your shotgun thing or whatever, and that does this damage, and the stacks up to 5 times. What do we think about that? I think that's like a good change. Just reverse the way it works, because then it's based. Giving like just a sudden buff when you need it, like boom. It doesn't really say how the buff stacks. True, it does not. It just says up to 5 times. Plus 1 per item stack. I think the plus 25% is fine if it works the way that I say, like backwards, you know, from how it does now. Then I think it'd be based, and it's okay for it to be like that low per stack. Because then you could just take one and be like, okay, good. Plus 150% damage on my secondary skill for being cool. It'd be great for Artificer as well. That is broken on loader, but what isn't? Great idea, but make it actually add the damage to the skill. Sure, it is just kind of like a lightning, miniature lightning strike. But I kind of like that, though, because this looks like a fuse. I'm not sure if that's what it's supposed to be, but it looks like a fuse. And I kind of want to keep the identity of the electricity type beat. Yeah, reverse is good. Almost every survivor has a good secondary. Yeah. Like, I think that'd be just perfect with it. And we want it to be kind of good because it's a green, right? And there's a lot of greens in the game that just kind of, you know, miserable. Looking at you, Old War Stealth Kit. So I think I'm going to go with... sorry, no democracy on this one. Autocracy with this one. I'm saying what I want for this one. And I'm going to say... reverse how it works. Keep the same stats. Autocracy vote today. Or monarchy. However you'd say it. So here's what I have written down. Luminous Shot C. Reverse how it works. Keep the same stats. That's what I'm going to say for that. We've touched this one. Moving on. Oh, unrelated to balancing changes. I'd like to be more visible when it goes off. I think it's pretty visible. It's like a miniature lightning strike that's kind of grayish. It's kind of obvious, and it makes a noise too. I notice it when it happens, when I pick this up. Give it proc coefficient because 0 is crazy. Does it actually have 0 proc coefficient? See, that'd be nice to know, logbook, if you could say that. Honestly, actually, if it works the way that I want it to work, no proc coefficient. That's fine, because the skill itself will have, like, a proc coefficient, so let it have 0. That's fine. Moving on. What do we got now? Gotcha us a new item. Runic Lens. Okay. Overspill. 5% chance plus 1% per 100%. Holy, this is confusing already. Done on initial hit plus 1% per item stack. On hit to summon a meteor on target, dealing 2,000% damage plus 50% damage per 100% damage. Done on initial hit plus 50% damage per item stack. Brother. Okay, here's what I'll say about this. I love this item, genuinely. I think it's a pretty good item. It's one of the few in the DLC that aren't, like completely useless. I like it. Maybe we could just make this a bit less confusing, though. Like, what are we even talking about? Just say... What does overspill even mean? Just say on high damage. Like, on high damage, 5% chance, blah, blah, blah. You know, the shit drops, it explodes. You know, like, I don't know what we're doing with all this. This is a huge item description for just, like, hit something really hard and then get a meteor. Like, that's all I got to say about that. The description for it is whack, but the item is good. Personally, I like it. It needs more... but it needs more feedback when it lands. I don't know how you can miss it, really. Have you guys seen... Hold on. Can I show my own videos on stream? Let me see something real quick. I want to show you guys something. Where is it? I don't think it needs more feedback because of this. I think it's really hard to miss it, personally. Forgotten relics. What was it last time? It literally happens on screen. Was it Behemoth Beginning, I think? Like, I get jump scared because yeah, it was Behemoth Beginning. I get jump scared because I'm Rex, and it's like, explodes right in my eyes. Like, it's really hard to miss. Yeah, here it is, coming up right about here. Let me find it real quick, and then I'll put this on screen. As long as you guys don't make fun of me for my YouTube recommendations, we're gonna be fine. And my bookmarks. I actually can hide bookmarks. Give me a second. One. Where did it happen? Did I miss it? Hello? Runic Lens jump scare. Where is it? I remember it happening. Okay, hold on. Can anybody help me out? What video was it? You and I get this on Railgunner based, yeah. The only thing I don't like about it is it hits the actual ground, so if it's like a flying enemy, it misses, but... What do I have to hide, Lime? My love for cigarettes after sex. That's what I have to hide. Where is it? Sad Boy Hours. Okay, I'm pissed I can't find it, but, it's really hard to miss, genuinely. I don't know how you'd miss it. Okay. I'm going to be obsessed with finding that now. I'm going to have to find it later. Anyway, moving on. These are your bets on his recommendations. Bro hiding his meme folder. No, I have my meme folder on my desktop. It can get to... Hold on. It can get to smacking, but if I'm already doing high damage, it sometimes is pointless. That is a fair point, right? Let's say you're Railgunner, you got ×5 Crowbarus Brobarus, okay? You hit an enemy, the enemy dies, and then a random meteor strike happens. Like, okay, based, that's cool. But he's already dead, though. How about, let's do this then. How about we do, the overspill is 5%. I think I understand what this means. Let's change, let's say this. Change the overspill to be higher. What was it? Runic Lens, Runic... Lens. What was it again? Most people. Oh, let me scroll up. Most people said a. Yeah, we'll go with a. Runic Lens, a. And then what was I gonna say? Change overspill amount. That's about it. Change overspill. To be slightly higher. There we go. Change overspill to be slightly higher. I'd say like maybe 15%. That sounds good. That way it's like, you know. Oh, 245 Behemoth Beginning for jump scare. Okay, hold on. Wait. We're not done. We're not done talking about this. Give me a second. First, let me do this, though. How do I do that again? Hold on. Here we go. My channel. Behemoth Beginning. What was that time again? 245. This is, I just realized this is growing and showing. Whoops. Where are you? There you are. 245, 245, 240. 6, 3, 4. Yeah, right there. Okay, perfect. Thank you, thank you. Okay. Here we are, right here on stream. This right here. So is it... you got this guy saying this, and then it goes like this. You're not going to hear it, by the way, because I have it muted, but that's okay. And boom, there it is, right there. It's really hard to miss that. That's really big and obvious. Like, I would be shocked if you missed that, genuinely. The model is trash. It doesn't look bad. It's fine. Okay. But it should definitely target the highest health enemy. It's a meteorite though. It's a meteorite like thing though. That's why it's like, I don't want it to like literally heat seek the guy, you know. It's good enough. Okay, I think we've said what we're gonna say about this item. Everything is based. Just change the overspill to like, it's A. Change the overspill to be slightly higher. So that way, if you outright kill an enemy, it still has like a use, or it makes it harder to outright kill an enemy before it actually does something. That's what we're gonna say. Okay. Not hitting flying enemies is legitimately the biggest issue I have with it. It does kind of make sense though, because once again, it's like it's a meteor. You know, it has to hit the ground to explode and do something. You know, kinetic energy. That's the thing. So I don't mind it not killing an enemy. Let's change the music because we've listened to this like 4 times. Music change incoming. Let's see. How about this one? I love It Can't Rain all the time. Okay, based. Moving on. Gotcha video. What do we get next? Sail Star. Sail Star is based. Sail Star. Gain an extra item on the first chest open per stage. Each additional Sail Star increases the chance of getting more items by 5%. What do we think about this? I think it's pretty damn good. Honestly, S tier, I don't think it needs anything. I'm just saying right now. Let's see. Sail Star. Let's see. SSSS. Everybody's saying S. No change needed. S. Okay, based. Everybody agrees. S. No change. Okay. We divide that. Next item. I should probably save this too, unless like Notepad explodes. Okay. Moving on. Let's see. Alright. Gotcha video. What do we get next? What do you have for us? Seed of Life. Revives the user when killed or dead ally. Whoa, hold on. Hey. I knew I should have made these longer. Let's see. Revives the user when killed or dead allies on activation. Consumed on use. What do we think about this? I think, personally, this is just like on use Dios, so I think it's like S. It's like the only equipment, so, and by like I mean is. High A. A tier. Lots of A's. A Dios but equipment, yeah, that's what I said. On use Dios. A. Okay, everybody says A. Balance because equipment, okay. Let's just say Seed of Life. Seed of Life. A. No change. Fantastic. Moving on. Oh, gotcha video. What do we have next? Electric Boomerang. 15% chance on hit to fire an electric boomerang that travels a short distance. Bring that back. I wasn't done. There we go. 50% chance on hit to fire an electric boomerang that travels a short distance before returning, dealing 30% plus 30% per stack damage and stunning all enemies hit. What do we think about this? Personally, I've used this only a couple of times. I haven't gotten like really good use in, but it's straight up better stun grenade. You just like shoot the enemy and the enemy keeps getting stunned over and over again and they get like stuck. Based. Good item. I see more tequilas in my future. A doesn't hurt. B, I don't care. It's mid boomerang. S in my heart. It's bugged right now. Is it? I've never seen it be like bugged. It always kind of works. High C needs a little bit more damage. How much damage is it? 15 subject to boomerang, dealing 30% damage. I mean, that's a proc item. That's acceptable. I think that's acceptable. Okay, so most people say A and B. Okay, I'm gonna go with A. I think it's fair to say that electric boomerang is A. Electric boomerang. A. No change. Well, actually, here, I'll ask what you guys think. If it needs a change, what do you think it should get? I'm gonna change the song again while you guys decipher. If we need a change, what do you think it needs? Or a buff or whatever. Stun lasts longer than it should. I believe that's a bug. Oh, that's what the bug was. Okay. Honestly, I mean, that could be why they just sit there and, like, get back shots when you use it against them. That could be why. Make lightning arc off who it hits. Oh, okay, okay. That would make it electric, alright. Make better tracking. Because an arc is kind of wonky sometimes. Okay. Personally, I've never had it miss when I've gotten it before. I don't think it's, like, terrible. Should have synergy with ukes or stun items. True, true. The game needs more of that. Pocket ICBM is my favorite for a reason. I agree. I think, I like the, should have, okay, if it has synergy with electric stuff, because it's electric boomerang, and I love shock and ball torture, so this is based. What should it actually do? Like, make, I don't know, make your electric items have, like, okay, here, I got an idea. When an enemy is hit with electric boomerang, chance to proc your electric / stun items. How about that? Like, when they take it, not guaranteed, but, like, higher than normal chance. Or maybe, actually, no. Actually, yeah, no. Higher chance, not guaranteed. Higher chance, not guaranteed. What do we think about that? Today we create the stun meta. True. We are about to manufacture a stun meta, for sure. That's good. Buff electric items by carrying lightning farther and proccing it more. That's cool. Okay. Most people like my idea, so whatever I said, which was higher chance, when hit by boomerang, higher chance for electric proc. Or higher chance for electric / stun proc. Let's see. When hit by boomerang, higher chance to proc stun / electric Garbo. I'm gonna add Garbo just as I want to. Okay, based. Ignition tank but electricity. Well, ignition tanks are green. This would be a red. Alright, so here's what I have written down for this item. Electric boomerang. A. When hit by boomerang, higher chance to proc stun / electric Garbo. So it just kind of like does that. Like kind of passively. Keep the stun and stuff like that. That's fine. I don't want any of that change. But just give it like a higher chance for shock and ball torture. Based item. I love items that do stuff like that. Once again, Pocket ICBM, my beloved. Okay. Next. Item gotcha. What do we have next? Chance stall. 20% plus 8% per stack. Chance to get higher rarity. Go back. Go back. I was not finished. There we go. Chance to get higher rarity items from chance shrines on success. What do we think about this item? Let's get a rating and let's get a... if it needs to change, what should we say about it? Me personally, I don't think it needs to change. But what are we thinking on the tier list level? Based item. A, no change needed. A tier, A tier. Gambling addiction feeder, B tier. I love gambling. B tier. 2 for B tier, most A. Another A. Okay. I think the general consensus is A. So let's say Chance Doll. Doll. A. No change. Okay. Whoa, that isn't... What the fuck did I type? Chance. Thank you. Doll. A. Okay. Chance Doll A. No change. Based, A should guarantee at least 1 shrine every stage, though. No. I like that. I don't like that. Gambling is gambling, and sometimes there's a gamble for even if there's a gamble, and I like that. That's very funny. Very funny. Very much enjoy it. Okay. Gotcha video. What do we have next, even though we saw what it was? What is it? Give us bolstering backshots. There it is. Ah, yes. My favorite item in the entire game. I already have a proposed change for this item because I don't like it so much. Bolstering backshots or bolstering lantern. When below 50% health, receive a damage increase of 20%. Plus 20% damage bonus per item stack. Okay. Let me hear a rating, but I'm gonna suggest a change. So this thing, instead of giving 20% damage per item stack or when you're low health, as much as I want to preserve the identity of items, there's so much in this game, added in this DLC specifically, that is take damage benefit, and it doesn't benefit you a lot. Need you mind, this is a white item. So instead of taking damage, let's just say, for every 1 stack of lantern, right, get a ego projectile that will do, let's see, these guys gave it 20%. How about 40% of your total damage? How about that? That's what I personally think it should do. So then, like, let's say you pick up another bolstering lantern, okay? Now you get 2 ego-like projectiles that do 40% damage and come off a cooldown like every, I don't know, however they come off of ego. Like, what? 10 seconds? Something like that? Because like I said, as much as I want to hold items, like, to their identity, this just... We're kind of one too many at this point. Do they work with proc items? I don't know. Unironically, the only decent use for this item is when enemies get it from Artifact of Evolution or have it in Veiled to Simulacrum. True, it does benefit them. That's hilarious. Of course it benefits them, not us. That's Plimp, basically? No, that's Ego, basically. And, like, basically, it doesn't do what Ego does, right? Ego just gives more stacks. This, you have to find more stacks. And it's lower than Ego, probably. How much, Let's see something. Hold on. Let me look at the wiki real quick. How much damage does, let's see. Discovery 2 wiki. How much damage does Ego do? How much does its projectiles actually do? Because it should do half of that. Because Ego is like a lunar. Every 2 seconds, gain an orbiting bomb. Detonates for impact. 360% damage. God damn, it does 360% damage? Okay, how about 100% damage then? That seems fair to me. I like the Ego idea, but make it ignite too. I don't know about igniting, because then like... Granted, it does have synergy, right, with Ignition Tank. But, like, just because it's a lantern doesn't mean it's, like, it has to light things on fire. And it looks like there's a crystal in it, so it'd be more like just light itself. Kind of like a bulb, you know? Or instead of, like, an Ego projectile, make it like a crystal, like a little floating crystal. That'd be based. Maybe have it work with shields or shaped glass. That's also a good, like, decent change. The fact that it doesn't work with shaped glass is, like, criminal. It should always work with shaped glass. So it should be a modifier to shaped glass, if anything. Below 50% HP is not obtainable, yeah. Most people say it'd be happy if they work, like, if it worked with shaped glass. Fields of shaped glass. Yeah, give it a floating light orb at 100%, but breaks at 25 HP, 1 by 1. I don't want it to break, though. I don't want it to break. We have an item that we've reworked in that already. And I don't think we should get more than, like, one of those in expansion. Because then there's just, like, too many things. We have the risk of rain return situation where everything just, like, deprecates itself for no goddamn reason. And it makes the game miserable. So, you know. Sudden hot take from Limelight about risk of rain returns. But, you know. That's what I think. Completely rework it so it gives you 5.5% plus 5.5 per stack to burn enemies on hit. When you have shield, okay. Give plus 15% damage. Okay, I don't mind the shield thing actually. That's not bad either. Synergy with Tim the Turtle. Funny Turtle. That way you could kill like an enemy and then you have more damage against those enemies. Because you have a funny thing. Red Twitch died. We are not on Twitch. But the ego idea is sick. Or slick OP. Lord, I can't read. I think honestly, boys, I'm gonna keep my ego idea because I just like egocentrism. I think it's a cool item, and I think having it like kind of a white version that does less damage but is like stackable by like linearly. I think that's based. So I'm gonna say that. I'm gonna say bolstering backshots. And then while I'm writing this down, what was the general consensus of the rating again? Because I forget what people wanted this to be rated. Bolstering lantern. Turn to mini ego, basically. Turn to mini ego half DPS scale linearly. Holy, that is probably not how you spell that, but based. FFDF. Okay. F. Hard F for everybody. Ain't nobody like bolstering backshots. Mid item. The item is having a mid off with antlers. Let me tell you, it might be winning because at least the other thing blocks damage, quote unquote, or reflects, whatever. Okay, moving on. Oh, gotcha video. What do we have next? We're almost done, by the way. Ah, yes. Long-standing solitude. On level up, gain a free unlock for the next purchase, plus 1 free unlock per item stack. But all gold is converted to experience. Anything that costs gold is increased by 100%, plus 100% per item stack. Yes. Now get out of here with that. S tier on this funny little goofy item. Man, I can't agree with that one. C, gain 2 unlocks instead of 1. D, soft block. True, it does do that. Oh my, I forgot to put that in the last video. It just hit me like a brick wall. That I picked this up and it locked me into the DLC pass. Absolute dog. What in the world, man? It's a good item. Literally can soft lock your run. Yeah. Okay, so I'm seeing that. Okay. So real votes look like D and C. No offense, S tier voters. D. Most are saying D. D, allow for virtual levels to go up at 99 to let you continue getting chests. True, because it caps at 94. I'm not sure how the game would... The game might not like that well, but we'll see. Be unlike what people thought on release, this is actually a very good item if you pick it up at the right time. An artifact to sacrifice or Seronius Whispers, I think good item. Yeah, you kind of have to have less erroneous, though. I guess it has, like... Okay, here's my thing. Hold on, I'm going to change the music, too, before I say this. Okay, I love that song, but hold on. Listen to it, like, 3 times. Oh. Music, stop. Brother. What the... I've been searching right there all day for that, and you're telling me it's just not working now? There we go. Let's do this one. We have not listened to this one. Okay, so here's what I'm going to say about this thing. My least favorite thing about this item is it does not share synergy with Executive Keycard. If this thing shared synergy with Executive Keycard, based. Much better item. I would even put it in B tier if you have a credit card. No joke, no cap, all facts, right? I'm dead ass when I say that. Because you could literally get a free item pickup, right? Take the credit card, go to a chest, get your free item, and keep your free item. See, if it had synergy with credit card, suddenly based item, okay? Very, very good. If it doesn't, absolutely miserable. Never want it. Why? That's what I have to say. What do we think about that? So instead of like changing all the stuff around it, just give it synergy with credit card. And then at least it's like somewhat better with that. What do we think about my my proposal? While I write this down real quick. Was it C and D? Most people voted D, so I'm gonna take D. Let's see. What was this? The hell is this called again? Long-standing solitude. Long-standing solitude. D. Oh, let's see. Did the stream die, by the way? No one's like said anything. What? Oh no, I got dropped frames. Nope. Oh, there we go. Never mind. The synergy with the exec should be putting the card on moderate cooldown to keep the coupon. Interesting, and make it valuable with other DLC stuff. Have we done antlers yet? Yeah, it was the first item. What was... Yeah. So, we're proposing that it would actually give credit card a cooldown, which credit card doesn't have. I don't know if that would... That might actually be terrible to pull off on the code, though. I don't know about that one. Because you would basically have to change how the item works. Because it never has cooldown. I don't know how easy that would be for Gearbox, but it never has cooldown. I think I'm going to keep... Yeah. I'm going to keep what I said. I'm just going to say... give... energy with exec card. Whoops, card. Give synergy with exec card. And then it's based. It goes up. If they did that, it would go from like D to B, personally, in my opinion. Because then you could just, you know, like I said, free. You don't have to go search for money anymore. You get your free coupons. You just kill a couple enemies, get your free coupon, and then buy extra chests. Suddenly very good. That's what I'm thinking with this. I think that's our last item. That's every DLC item. Pretty sure we didn't miss anything, did we? We get the antlers. This is going to skip way in the future. Yeah. We have the antlers. We have expansion, beads, Scenarius, Born, Growth Nectar, Warped Echo, War Bonds, Elix Scuffed, Unstable Transmitter, Knockback Fin, Luminous Shot, Runic Lens, Sailstar, Seed, Electric Boomerang, Chance Doll, Bolstering Backshots, Luminous, not Luminous, what the hell is this thing called again? Long-standing Solitude, I just said it. That is every item. Pretty sure that is every item. Maybe a condition, thing like you have to, if you have long-standing Solitude, then buying makes it go on cooldown. IDK, because it can have cooldown if you use a different equipment. don't imagine it would be too difficult? Yeah, I don't code games either, so I have no idea how, like, terrible that would be to implement. Here. Just for you, I'll say give, how does 25-second cooldown sound like? Give 25-second cooldown. Give 25-sec cooldown. And that's every DLC item. I'll add that just for you. Just for you. Okay, so here's what I have written about every single item. We have Antler Shield, F, reflect 70%. And actually reflect, capitalize. Chronic Expansion, A, moving on. Prayer Beads, A, just give stats instead of having to scrap it. Bunny Shell, S tier, nothing. Noxious Thorn, D, apply Blight on hit instead. Growth Nectar, B, Holy... What the hell was I typing here? Use all positives. There we go. Use all positives. Warped Echo, C. Make sure it doesn't cancel medkit, plus 10 armor in between. War Bonds, F. Every 100 gold increases DPS by 5%, so we just turned it into Golden Gun. Unstable Transmitter, F. Teleport the player, give 5 seconds. Iframes. Breaks before other explodes. Let's see. For 300% damage. Knockback Fin, F instead of knock up. Give them knockback, massive physics DPS. Luminous Shot, C, reverse how it works. Keep the same stats. Runic Lens, A, change overspill to be slightly higher, so, you know, it has a chance to actually just, you know, proc and kill something. Steel Stars, S, don't change it. Seed of Life, A, don't change it. Electric Boomerang, when hit by Boomerang, higher chance to proc stun / electric Garbo. And then we have Chance Doll, A, no change. Bolstering Lantern, F. Turn to Mini Ego, half DPS, scale linearly. And then we have Long-Standing Solitude, D. Give it Synergy with Exec card, give 25-sec cooldown. That is every item from the expansion. Pretty sure I didn't miss anything. Let me check the wiki. I'm very positive, though, I didn't miss a damn thing. Yeah, that does look like everything from the expansion. Frowns. Okay. I think we are ballin'. I think that was the last thing that, was it. That's basically all I have prepared. That was what I came with tonight. For this to be turned into a cohesive video. Honestly, I don't even, like, know how I'm gonna... Holy, why is that so much louder than, like, the rest of the music that plays? Pelican, why are you so loud? But what do you want to call it? I think I'm just gonna, like, take the audio from the stream and put it up in this video, and then put, like, a live, like, live chat box next to the right of it. And then the comment that gets picked, I'll just, like, put here. Or, like, what I suggest, I'll put into the, actual video. I think that's the best I can do. Okay, boys. Any final notes? Not a very long stream tonight, I don't think, but I'm not going to play the game tonight. Not tonight. I finished a stream, or not stream, I finished a video yesterday, and I'm trying to chill. Worm, stop sitting in the ground for 8 years. Okay, we're not doing the enemies. We're not doing the enemies. We're only doing... This was the items today. Let me actually save this before I exit out of this. Yeah. Only items tonight. Maybe... See, here's the thing. I would do, like, an enemies tier, like, dangerousness list or whatever. If there was more of them. There's only 4. And that's going to be, like, the shortest tier list you've ever seen. 25-minute video. Or not even 25-minute video. Like, 15-second video. Very, very, you know, over and done with. Anyways. Alright, boys. I'm going to call it thank you, everybody, for their suggestions. These will be noted, and when I make the actual video, you will probably be in it. So, thank you very much. Gaming, may your runs be blessed. May everything go well for you. Goodbye.